India in 18th century. A very crucial chapter. Now, 18th century, India became slave of East India Company. 18th century, India became slave of 18th century. Now, when a person becomes a slave, when he is weak. A person becomes a slave when he is weak. So the core motive of this chapter is to tell you that what was the weakness of India in the field of polity. What was the weakness of India in the field of economy? What was the weakness of India in the field of society? In the field of culture? When you will complete this chapter, 18th century India, first chapter, you will be clear the weakness of India in the field of polity, economy, society and culture. And this picture will inform you that what was the ground, the background in which India became a slave. Now, Mughal Empire, the envy of its contemporaries. Mughal Empire, Mughal Empire, the envy of its contemporaries. By this you can imagine the glory of Mughal Empire. For 2 centuries, 16th century and 17th century. 16th and 17th century, it was a envy for its contemporary. Just imagine the glory. See the background. In 16th and 17th century, Mughal Empire was an envy for its contemporary. But then in 18th century, it started decaying. Question mark. In 1803, Delhi, the epicenter of its glory, was occupied by English. Sixteenth and 17th, it was an envy for its contemporaries. 18th century, it started decaying with the death of Aurangzeb, 1707. 1803, Delhi, the epicenter of this empire, was occupied by English. And the territory of Mughal Empire was surrounded around Delhi. Delhi itself was occupied and Mughal emperor became a pensioner. Now this entire first paragraph should create a curiosity in you. Ki kaise yaar, how it happened that a state which was a glory for 2 centuries decayed, and then in the beginning of 19th century Delhi was occupied by English and Mughal emperor became a pensioner. This is a picture of the first paragraph which should create a complete curiosity in your mind. Please awaken, please enlighten your bulbs here. Achha, this is the point which we are going to discuss in the first paragraph. Now what is the first heading? The first heading is Decay of Mughal Empire. Decay of Mughal Empire. We'll discuss the chapters heading by heading. Every heading will be discussed. This is the first heading, Decay of Mughal Empire. So I said it was a envy for the contemporary, 16th, 17th century. And then 1803, 18th century it started decaying. 19th century, that is 1803, it was occupied by English. Delhi was occupied by English and Mughal emperor became pensioner. In 18th century, now the story starts that the foundation of Mughal Empire was shaken when, question mark, when during the long reign of Aurangzeb. During the long reign of Aurangzeb, the foundation of Mughal Empire was shaken. Why? In spite of his, what was the reason? The wrong policies of Aurangzeb. Wrong policies. Now you have to be very curious and put a question mark here again, so that you can know the wrong policies. When we will come to medieval India, we'll discuss those policies of Aurangzeb. So, foundation of Mughal Empire was shaken because of the wrong policies of Aurangzeb. And with his death, 1707, he died. Aurangzeb died. But Mughal administration was efficient. Mughal administration was efficient. Mughal army was strong. And Mughal dynasty had a respect in this country. Now, Mughal Empire's foundation was shaken, that is clear. But when Aurangzeb died in 1707, A for Aurangzeb, when Aurangzeb died in 1707, administration was efficient, army was strong, and Mughal dynasty has a respect. That means what was the need of the hour? A competent ruler. What was the need of the hour? Administration, army, dynasty. What else you need? Now the point which was required was a competent ruler. This is the thing which you have to write it here. The requirement was, what was the requirement? A competent ruler. This was the requirement. Aurangzeb had 3 sons, and when he died, they started fighting among themselves for the throne. Now the name of these 3 sons are not given in the NCERT. Put a question mark immediately. What were the name of those 3 sons? NCERT is a hidden treasure. This is the first thing you have to do in NCERT. This is the first thing you have to do in NCERT. You have to put a question mark there. What were the name of those 3 sons? Information immediately will increase. And out of those 3 sons, Bahadur Shah, 65-year-old Bahadur Shah got the throne. 65, very important. 65-year-old Bahadur Shah got the throne. This is the age of retirement, 65. That is why they have written the age. They have written the age. You see? A person gets the throne at the age of retirement, 65-year-old. Now, with his death, with the death of Aurangzeb, Mughal Empire was facing 2 challenges. First challenge, 2 big challenges. First challenge, financial crisis. This was the first challenge for Mughal Empire. And second challenge, unrest in the country. Various revolts which have started during the time of Shah Jahan and increased during the time of Aurangzeb. These two things were the big challenge for Mughal Empire. One was finance, other was unrest. Now the first thing that this man did, he was learned and he was dignified. Very important, which you will not find in the other later Mughals. Learned and dignified. Plus, he reverses some of the harmful policies. Reversal of harmful policies. Reversal of harmful policies. So he was a learned man, he was a dignified man, and he reverses some of the harmful policies. And then he turns towards the ruling class. Put a question mark again. He turns towards the ruling class. He first handles the ruling class. Four are important: Hindu chiefs and rajas. Second, Marathas. Third, Sikh. Fourth, Jat, Bundela and Jat. Bundela and Jats. These are the four groups which was initially handled by Bahadur Shah. The Hindu chiefs and rajas, Marathas, Sikh, Bundelas and Jats. Now, when you're studying, it will be very good for you if you see the location of these people, where they are located. Hindu chiefs and rajas, Rajasthan. And Delhi requires Gujarat. Rajasthan is the heart of Delhi and Gujarat. Marathas, Deccan. Sikh, Punjab. Jat and Bundela, the heartland of North India. All the areas are very crucial. For trade and commerce. All the areas are very crucial for trade and commerce. An empire will survive when economy will be strong. And economy requires peace and stability. So this man understands all these things. Ki empire survives on economy. Empire survives on economy. Economy gets promotion with trade and commerce. And trade and commerce requires peace and stability. Which is missing with the death of Aurangzeb. And all these four people, until and unless you don't improve your thought process. Learning means enhancement of thought process. Development of vision. End of depression. And finally, if you go on working in it, enlightenment. But that is the last stage of a human life. Learning. And studying is the best way of learning. Studying is not the only way of learning. Studying is the best way of learning. See, empire is based on economy. Or you can say economy is the mother of empire. E is equal to E, as I always say. Economy gets promotion with trade and commerce. Trade and commerce requires peace and stability. This is clear to Bahadur Shah. Now, Delhi, Gujarat, and in between Delhi and Gujarat, Rajasthan. In between Delhi and South India, the major area of trade and commerce, in between Delhi and South India, Deccan. Marathas are here. Punjab, Jat and Bundela. In the heartland of Delhi. If Punjab will be peaceful, the trade to Silk Route will be easy. If Rajasthan will be peaceful, the trade between Gujarat and Iran will be easy. If Deccan will be peaceful, the trade between South India and Delhi will be easy. And if Jats and Bundelas will be peaceful, North India will see the rise of trade and commerce, peace and stability, etc., etc. Now see, once you drew this diagram, you were reading and then you drew this diagram. See how your scope of understanding increased? See how your scope of understanding increased. Punjab will connect with Silk Route. Gujarat will connect with Iran and Saudi Arabia. Deccan will connect with South India. Rajasthan is very important. So now, first one, Hindu chiefs and rajas. Hindu chiefs and rajas. More tolerant attitude. Tolerant. More tolerant attitude. Now, initially, after coming into power, he tried to increase his pressure on Amer and Marwar. After coming into power, he tried to increase his pressure in Amer and Marwar. Initially, he tried to increase his pressure. Where? Amer and Marwar. How? How he tried? He tried to replace Jai Singh by his younger brother Vijay Singh. And he tried that Ajit Singh should submit to Mughals. So initially he tried to pressurize Amer and Marwar. He tried to replace Jai Singh by his younger brother Vijay Singh, and he tried for Ajit Singh to submit to Mughals. Plus, he tried to garrison the cities of Amer and Jodhpur. These are two things which he did initially. But he faced the resistance, the Rajputi resistance. He faced the Rajputi resistance. Rajput resistance. He faced the Rajput resistance. And then he decided, no. This is not the way. I'm already in trouble. The empire is in trouble. I'm already in trouble. So he reversed his policies. Reversal of policies. Reversal of policies. He returned the thrones were given back to Jai Singh and Ajit Singh. Thrones were given back to Jai Singh and Ajit Singh. But no mansabdari, no subedari. He's shaking the hands with them. He's not hugging them. This is more tolerant attitude. He's shaking his hands. Okay, fine. We are friends. He's shaking his hands, but he's not hugging them. So overall, from outside the issue is solved, but inside, both are dissatisfied. If you see it from outside, the matter is solved. But inside, dissatisfaction is among both the parties. First thing. Second, Marathas. The Maratha war was going on from 1689 to 1707. Maratha trouble. Maratha trouble was going on. 1689 to 1707. And Deccan is the lifeline of trade between South and North. And this is in trouble. For how many years? 18 years. Deccan is in trouble for 18 years. For past 18 years, Deccan is in trouble. Political unrest. Political unrest in Deccan. And Deccan is a bridge between South and North. The core trade of India from South India. And the bridge is in trouble. And here what he did, half-hearted conciliation. Half-hearted conciliation. Half-hearted conciliation. What was this half-hearted conciliation? First thing, half-hearted, half-hearted conciliation. Means he gives Sardeshmukhi of Deccan. Sardeshmukhi was given to Marathas. Sardeshmukhi of Deccan was given to Marathas. But Chauth, only Sardeshmukhi was given. Only Sardeshmukhi was given to the Marathas. Sardeshmukhi of Deccan was given to the Marathas, not the Chauth. He left Shahu, but he did not recognize Shahu as Maratha king. No acceptance to Maratha Swaraj. He left Shahu. That was a good gesture by him. He left Shahu, but he did not recognize Shahu as a Maratha king. What happened because of this? This gave promotion to civil war among Marathas. Civil war between Shahu and his aunt Tarabai. So now Marathas were fighting among themselves plus with Mughals. Deccan is still in trouble. Rajputs unhappy. Deccan still in trouble. See? Half-hearted conciliation. Only Sardar Deshmukhi to Marathas in the Deccan. No Chaut. Releases Shahu, a good gesture, but he's not accepting Shahu as the Maratha king. So there is a civil war between Shahu and Tarabai. And this is what possibly he wanted. So that he can weaken the Maratha power. And now the Marathas were fighting among themselves and they were fighting with Mughals. Sikh. Guru Gobind Singh. He made a peace with Guru Gobind Singh and he offered a mansab to Guru Gobind Singh. Peace plus mansab. But before this would happen, Guru Gobind Singh died. Before this would happen, he died. And he was succeeded, followed by his disciple Banda Bahadur. You have to be immediately cautious here. He is not a Sikh Guru. But he is carrying on the war. Who is this man? You have to put a question mark. Who is this man? Why he is fighting? What is his objective? He raises the revolt against Mughals. The territories between Satluj and Yamuna. In the territory between Satluj and Yamuna, Banda Bahadur raises the revolt. Bahadur said Shah takes the personal charge of the army and takes action against him. Occupies the Lohagarh fort and many other places created by Sikh Gurus. Finally, Sikh regained them and the trouble continued. Sikh. He made peace with Bundela and Jat. Who was the Bundela Raja? Chhatrsal. Jat, Churaman. And Churaman helped him against Banda Bahadur. Against Banda Bahadur. So his major task was to overcome the unrest. With whom? With Rajputs, with Maratha, with Sikh, with Bundela and Jat. But if you see, they are unhappy. Issue is solved, but they are unhappy. Trouble is going on. Unrest is present. Here, he is successful. So two challenges are there in front of Mughal ruler. First is finance, second is revolt. So you see, Rajputs are pacified, but they are unhappy. Mughal Maratha issue is handled, but there is still the trouble in Deccan. He tried to pacify with Guru Gobind Singh, but trouble is going on with Sikh. The only area where he is successful is Jat and Bundela. Now, the second level, finance. Let's see what happened at the level of finance. And at the level of finance, Mughal Empire became financially bankrupt. Why? Reckless grants. Reckless grants and promotions. He's called as Shah Bekhabar. Sometimes you try to make everyone happy. This is not possible. This is not possible. Everyone will never be happy with you in your life. There are certain things which you don't have to do in your life. And those things you have to write in your diary. Okay, these are the things which I don't have to do. Even I don't have to think about it. First thing, you cannot make everyone happy in your life. If you tried, if you did, you will be devastated. There will be certain people in your life who will always be unhappy in spite of you give your life for them. Don't do this. Don't try to make everyone understand. Lord Krishna fails to make Duryodhana understand the things. Don't do this. Don't try to change the destiny of the people. Please. If someone is drowning in water, you take out your shirt, throw to that person. If that person says, no, I will not hold the shirt, you come closer to me, let him or her drown. Because if you went closer, you will be drowned. There are certain things which you don't have to do. There are certain, I tell you, you cannot make everyone happy. Impossible. You cannot make everyone understand. Impossible. Don't try to change the destiny of everyone. Please. Don't give your time to everyone. Please don't do these 4 things. Please don't do. You will be in depression. You will be in trouble. Your life will be a mess. And you won't be able to do anything. These 4 things are very dangerous. Don't try to make everyone happy. Don't try to make everyone understand. Don't try to change everyone's destiny. Don't give your time to everyone. Don't do this. He's doing Bahadur Shah. Shah Bekhabar. 1707 when Aurangzeb died. 1707 when Aurangzeb died, there was 13 crore in the state treasury. All was over. All was over. So 1712, Bahadur Shah died. And now what is the condition of Mughal Empire? Financially bankrupt. Unrest still present. 1712 when he dies, the 2 challenges are still present in front of Mughal Empire. 65 years. 1712 Bahadur Shah died. NCERT says he was groping towards the solution and given time he would have solved the situation, but it was very challenging. overall assumptions are assumptions. 1712, Bahadur Shah died, and the two challenges too are still in front of the empire. Now challenge has increased. Financial crisis has turned into financial bankruptcy, and unrest is still present. And in this scenario, once again, the civil war starts. See the scenario. The state is bankrupt. See the scenario. State is bankrupt. Political unrest in different parts of the country, and civil war starts. State is bankrupt. This point is to be caught. State is bankrupt. Now, without money, you cannot run a state. Without money, you cannot run a family, leave the state. And this financial bankruptcy gave birth to a new element in Mughal Empire. Financial bankruptcy. Financial bankruptcy led to the birth of a new element in Mughal Empire. What was that new element? Kingmaker. This was the new element in Mughal Empire. Kingmaker. Why, anyone who will invest the money will try to dominate. You see political systems. All political leaders, all political parties, they are financed by one or the other group. And when the one group succeeds, it tries to take the benefit from the political leaders and the political parties. So this financial bankruptcy led to the birth of a new element, kingmaker. And a kingmaker never wants a powerful king. So now, the first king under kingmaker was Jahandar Shah. Jahandar Shah. Under the guidance of Zulfikar Khan. Jahandar Shah, Mughal Emperor, Zulfikar Khan, kingmaker. Now Jahandar Shah, first see Jahandar Shah. How he is explained in NCERT, Jahandar Shah. Weak, degenerate prince, wholeheartedly devoted in pleasure, wholeheartedly devoted in pleasure, lacked good manners, dignity, and decency. These are the qualifications of Jahandar Shah. He was the right man for a kingmaker. He was a right man for the kingmaker, right man. A kingmaker never wants a powerful king. If a kingmaker will take a powerful king, he will be eliminated. And Jahandar Shah, weak, degenerate, wholeheartedly devoted in pleasure. Wherever there is pleasure, mind is absent. And he is wholeheartedly. For a king, pleasure is like a salt in a curry. But if the salt is like curry, everything will be over. No dignity. A collector is asking a bidi from his colleague, from his driver. No decency. He is abusing his chaprasi. Just imagine. Just imagine. Zulfikar Khan. Capable and energetic. Plus Wazir of the Empire. And then he reverses the policies of Aurangzeb. Reverses the policies of Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb. Example, Jizya. The most hated one. Majority population immediately became happy. He reverses the policies of Aurangzeb like Jizya. 90% population non-Muslims. You can imagine their psychological status. Then he was clear that peace with non-Muslims, non-Muslim chiefs and Rajas is mandatory. Why? To strengthen himself and empire. So he reverses the policies of Aurangzeb, Jizya. Then he was clear that peace with non-Muslim chief and Rajas mandatory for the strengthening of himself and the empire. And then Hindu Rajas. Jai Singh is given the title of Jai Singh. He gives Jai Singh is given the title of Mirza Raja Savai. Mirza Raja Savai. Don't leave it. Put a star here. Find out what is the meaning, why this title was given. And Ajit Singh was given the title of Maharaja. Not only titles, Jai Singh was given the Subedari of Malwa. And Ajit Singh was given the Subedari of Gujarat. Unhappiness of Rajputs is over. Maratha. After Rajputs, he turns towards Maratha. His representative in Deccan, Daud Khan Panni, has done an agreement in 1711 with Marathas. That's Chauth and Sardeshmukhi. Chauth and Sardeshmukhi of Deccan will be given to Marathas. But it will be collected by Mughal nobles and then handed over to Marathas. Marathas are also happy now. Happy. They are happy. Whole issue is not solved. Still, civil war is going on among Marathas. But now they are happy. Previously, they were unhappy. Now Rajputs are happy. Jai Singh has got the title of Mirza Savai Jai Singh. Ajit Singh has got the title of Maharaja. Jai Singh has got Malwa. Ajit Singh has got Gujarat. Marathas have got Chauth and Sardeshmukhi of Deccan. And as per the agreement of Daud Khan Panni, it will be collected by Mughal nobles, then hand over to Marathas. Sikh, Bundela and Jats. Peace continued. Sikh unrest continued. So now see the difference. Rajputs are happy. Maratha happy. Jats and Bundela, they were already happy. Sikh are in unrest. But in comparison to the previous rule, there is much improvement now. At least people are happy with the Mughal throne, with the Mughal Wazir. This he did on the front of unrest. On the front of revenue, finance. On the front of finance, he stops reckless grants. Immediate control of reckless grants and promotions. Immediate. Then compels mansabdars to maintain their quota of troops. But then he started an evil practice in agriculture. Evil practice, evil practice in agriculture. Revenue farming. Also called as Ijara. It's not his dynasty. It's not his empire. He has to maintain his position. That's all. He will not do the reforms like Akbar, total balance reform. No. He has to maintain his position. He has to earn. Finish. He is not a visionary. He will not be succeeded by his son. Why he will bother? Instead of Ayurvedic medicine, he uses allopathic. First, control immediately, then we will see. Revenue farming. This was an evil practice started by him. This started peasant oppression. Now the revenue will be collected by revenue farmers and middlemen. You go to railway station, you go to airport, and you park your car. Not in the parking, casually somewhere. And a person will come and put a big lock in your wheel. And you cannot do anything. And he will charge 500 rupees immediately. You went to the airport for a minute. Only 1 minute. So you thought, why to go do parking for a minute? Within a minute, I'll go out. I'll save 40 rupees. But to save 40 rupees, you have to give 460 more. That became pain for you or not? Same thing here. Middlemen, revenue farmers. They have to give a fixed proportion to the state. Fixed proportion. Ki bhai, you give me 50 rupees per year, finish. Rest you do as you want. They'll collect 500 from the farmers. They'll give 50 to the state, 450 they will enjoy, farmers will suffer. This was the evil practice. So on two fronts, there is a slight two fronts. What were the two fronts? The two fronts: revolt and finance. Now, financial bankruptcy, revolts, unhappy. Bahadur Shah tries for a solution, but people are unhappy. He made them happy. He made them happy. That was a big achievement for him. He made them happy. Rajputs became happy. Marathas became not satisfied, happy. Jat and Bundela happy. Sikh were the only one who were still in unrest. Here, financial bankruptcy is going on. Financial bankruptcy, financial bankruptcy is going on. Just see. Imagine, close your eyes and imagine. And he succeeds in maintaining the finance. By hook, maintaining the finance. By hook or crook. See the background, financial bankruptcy. He succeeds in maintaining the finance. But then, emperor, you know the quality of the emperor. He is weak, he is degenerate, lacks dignity, decency. He is poisoned by the courtiers. He is provoked by the courtiers. In these troubled times, just close your eyes and imagine in these troubled times, someone near and dear to you is admitted in the hospital, you need money, you are begging money to others, and your brother is selling the property outside. The brother is saying to the people around you, don't give him money. And in 1713, Jahandar Shah was defeated near Agra by Farrukhsiyar. And here comes the new man, Farrukhsiyar. And here comes the new man, Farrukhsiyar. Farrukhsiyar, 1713 to 1719. Farrukhsiyar. Now, if you view the condition, if you go into the background, things have become messy. Things have become messy. Two challenges are still prevailing. Two challenges. Keep the eye on those two challenges. Unrest, political unrest, and finances. Don't miss your eyes on these two challenges. First is unrest, political unrest. Political unrest and finance. Just keep the eye on them and your entire first heading will be clear. So now, things have become messy with the death of Jahandar Shah. Farrukhsiyar comes into power. And he came into power with the help of Sayyid brothers. Sayyid brothers. The two brothers, Abdullah Khan, the elder one, and Usman Ali, the younger one. Sorry. Abdullah Khan, the elder one, and Hussain Ali Khan, the younger one. Abdullah Khan, the elder one, became the Wazir. And Hussain Ali Khan, the younger one, became Mir Bakshi. So the two prominent position of the empire was in the hand of the two brothers, Wazir and Mir Bakshi. So definitely they were powerful. Farrukhsiyar, let's talk about him, because we have to discuss about the rulers who are coming into power. Farrukhsiyar, he was coward. He was cruel, undependable, faithless. And the biggest problem with him was he was under the influence of favorites and flatterers. Coward, cruel, undependable, faithless, and under the influence of favorites and flatterers. So if the person is having all these qualities as an emperor, and you give him the real authority, now in case you give him the real authority, in case everything will be in trouble. Background is messy. Now just make this diagram, picture will be clear. Why he was killed? Farrukhsiyar, on one side, he is coward, he is coward, he is cruel, he is undependable, he is faithless, he is under the influence of favorites and flatterers. On the other side, Sayyid brothers. Sayyid brothers, they have to think about the Mughal administration. They have to think about empire. And they have to think about themselves. See the figure. Farrukhsiyar, coward, cruel, undependable, faithless, under the influence of favorites and flatterers. Now both of them started fighting for real authority. That who will have the real authority? And if this man will have the real authority, everything will be over, because things are already messy. They have to save themselves, they have to save the empire, they have to save the administration. He has to save his flatterers, he has to save his favorites. That too, musicians and dancers. And in this scenario, the Sayyid brothers in 1719 killed Farrukhsiyar. Now this was a big event in Mughal dynasty. A Mughal emperor is killed by the officers. End of one more setback to the dynasty. End of the status of emperor. He is killed by his officers. 1719, he is killed by his officers. Then they raised two princes. Immediately they raised two princes, but they died of consumption. And then in 1720, they brought into power Muhammad Shah, who was a young man of 18 years. Muhammad Shah, who was a young man of 18 years. So from 1713 to 1720, the real administrative power was in the hand of whom? Sayyid brothers. (1713 to 1720), the real administrative power was in the hand of Sayyid brothers. So they took the advantage of this power and they took certain steps. First step, religious tolerance. Religious tolerance. They ended jizya. They ended pilgrim tax. In many places, not everywhere, but in many places they ended pilgrim tax. And this gave the message that they believed in religious harmony. So they respected religious harmony because they are not only ending jizya, they are also ending pilgrim tax in many places. And once you believe in religious harmony, that means you are ready to work with everyone, including the non-Muslims. So they did the deal with non-Muslim chiefs. Rajputs, they gave high positions to Jai Singh and Ajit Singh. They made alliance with Churaman and Bundelas. They eliminated Banda Bahadur. Vacuum in the region of political vacuum in the region of Punjab. They eliminated Banda Bahadur. But their biggest role in political field was Treaty of Delhi. 1719 with Marathas. This was the biggest political work done by Sayyid brothers. Treaty of Delhi 1719 with Marathas. What is this treaty? 1719. Treaty of Delhi 1719 with Marathas. This treaty is called as Magna Carta of Marathas. Magna Carta, the great charter for Marathas. Why? Marathas got Swaraj. The dream of Shivaji came to be true in 1719, Treaty of Delhi. Sayyid brothers accepted the Swaraj, Maratha Swaraj. So the dream which was seen by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in 17th century came to be true in 18th century, 1719. Maratha Swaraj. They accepted Chauth and Sardeshmukhi, two Marathas in the 6 provinces of Deccan. All the issue was solved. They accepted Maratha Swaraj for Shahu. They accepted Chauth and Sardeshmukhi for Marathas in the 6 provinces of Deccan, and in return, Maratha Shahu will help them with 15,000 Maratha soldiers in Deccan. This was a big deal. This was a big event during the time of Sayyid brothers. So Farooq Siyar came into power But then he was killed in 1719. And the reason why he was killed? Personal authority. Who will have the personal authority? And what was the use of giving him the personal authority? Things are messy. And you will give the personal authority to him. He was killed in 1719. Then they brought two princes who died of consumption. Then 1720 they brought Muhammad Shah, also called as Rangila. 1713 to 1719 they had complete administrative powers. And when they had complete administrative powers, religious harmony, religious tolerance, political agreements, and all political challenges were almost controlled. But finance, the soul of the state. Finance, soul. There can be no state without finance. And financial condition was deteriorating. Why? Zamindars and rebels, many zamindars and rebels refused to pay. Officials misappropriated the state revenue. Central income was declining because of revenue farming. Finances, the soul of the state, deteriorating. Zamindars and rebels, they refused to pay. Officials misappropriated revenue. If 200 was coming from sale tax, they were showing only 30. And central income was declining because of revenue farming. And this led to a very big challenge. Salaries. Salaries of officers and soldiers were not paid regularly. See, a new development. Salaries of officers and soldiers were not paid regularly. So, they became mutinous. Who? Soldiers. Soldiers became mutinous. And this deterioration in finance and mutiny of the soldiers paralyzed every administration everywhere. Just picturize the things. Just imagine this deterioration of finances and mutiny of soldiers and officers. Just imagine. Deterioration of finances. Deterioration of finances and mutinous soldiers. Paralyzed administration everywhere. Everywhere. Disorder. Lawlessness. What else you want to destroy a country? What else you want to destroy a country? The emperor is being killed. Financial deterioration. Mutinous soldiers. Just create a picture in your mind. Just see. Just see. Financial deterioration. Paralyzed administration. Mutinous soldiers. And in this scenario, the intrigue and conspiracies. In this scenario, intrigue and conspiracies among the nobles. This is the condition of the empire. Financial deterioration, paralyzed administration, mutinous soldiers, killing of emperor. And in this scenario, intrigue and conspiracies among the nobles. Do you think the empire will survive? The father in a family is in ICU. Mother is in mental hospital. And children are fighting among themselves. Do you think the family will survive? Just keep this picture in mind. You read the books to get facts. Indian education system does not emphasize on learning. This is the biggest drawback of Indian education system. Indian administration system does not make your mind visualize. Oh, this was the condition. Sir, this is the condition when Nadir Shah will enter and slap everyone. This is the condition when Clive will see and become happy. Oh, wow. This is the condition. And then a very powerful group of nobles. A powerful group of nobles. Led by Nizamul Mulk. And Muhammad Amin Khan, his uncle. A powerful group of nobles led by Nizamul Mulk and Muhammad Amin Khan. He was his uncle. They started conspiring against Sayyid brothers. And Muhammad Shah was supporting them. An owl destroys a garden. One owl. And several owls are sitting on the branches of the different trees in the garden. One owl can destroy a garden. You see, several owls are sitting on the branches of the tree in a garden. They are conspiring against Sayyid brothers. Muhammad Shah is supporting them. They are jealous. Definitely. They are not only jealous, they are in fear. If emperor can be killed, who other is safe? People were also angry with Sayyid brothers. You are namak haram. You are against the salt. You killed your own boss, your own king. Now their problem was Sayyid brothers, they were very liberal. This was painful to the Orthodox Muslim section. Their liberalism became the problem for them. This became the pain for the Orthodox Muslims. These orthodox Muslims were clear that you are against Mughal policy, you are against Islamic policy, and these enemies of Sayyid brothers, they instigated these orthodox section. And then the younger one, who was the younger one? Hussain Ali Khan. He was trickerously killed. Trickerously. Trickerously he was killed. And he was a mere Bakshi. Army was under his command. So, but obvious Abdullah became weak, and then Abdullah Khan was defeated near Agra. Abdullah Khan was defeated near Agra and killed. And this was the end of the period of Sayyid brothers. But a new development has taken place. Mutinous soldiers. Bahadur Shah, financial bankruptcy. Jahandar Shah, ijara. In every emperor you will see a new development. Bahadur Shah, financial bankruptcy. Jahandar Shah, ijara. Oppression of peasants. Farrukhsiyar, mutiny among the soldiers. Means situation is deteriorating day by day. See the connectivity. Aurangzeb, the empire was shaken. Bahadur Shah, financial bankruptcy. Trouble increases. Jahandar Shah, ijara, a new evil. Farrukhsiyar, mutiny. Soldiers and officers are not getting the salary. See, this you should have taken out. Trouble is increasing day by day. Trouble is increasing. It's not. People are trying to control it. But no one is having a permanent solution. Everyone is trying to control the things immediately. Control it immediately. Future is future. And things are getting messed up day by day. So, crisis starts from the time of Aurangzeb. Crisis increases. Financial bankruptcy. Ijara, mutiny. This is the background when Muhammad Shah Rangila comes into power. Muhammad Shah Rangila, 1719 to 48. Almost 29-30 years. 30 years, almost. And this was the last chance for the survival of Mughal Empire. Survival of Mughal Empire. This was the last chance for the survival of Mughal Empire. Why? Why it was the last chance? First development. No quick political changes. No quick political changes. As it happened from 1713 to 20. Farrukhsiyar and then two more. No quick. For 30 years there was a peace. Mughal authority Mughal authority has still the respect in the eyes of the people. No quick political changes. Mughal authority has still respect in the eyes of the people. Mughal army, especially artillery, was still a force. In North India, Mughal administration has not broken down. Marathas are still in Deccan. See, no quick political changes. Mughal authority has a respect in the eyes of the people. Mughal army, especially artillery, is still a force to reckon with. North India administration has not broken down. Marathas are still in the south. And Rajputs are still loyal to Mughals. See the background. This was the last chance for the survival of Mughal Empire. Now this required a strong and a far-sighted ruler. A strong and far-sighted, who will be able to gain the support of the nobles and who's clear about the peril. Farsightedness is a very important part of life. Very important. At the age of 20, rarity of rare people understand that what is youth. Rarity of rare. Farsightedness is such a big thing. Even I missed it at the age of 20. And anyone who understands at the age of 20 that youth means energy. And once you understand youth means energy and you channelize in a right direction, at the age of 40 you will be the god of your field. Example, Tendulkar, Sachin Tendulkar. Farsightedness. See the words NCERT uses. Okay, this scenario required a strong and a far-sighted ruler who would see his peril. Far-sighted means you are able to see the future. But he was a weak-minded. Frivolous. Just see the meaning of this term, frivolous. Life of ease and luxury. Fond of flatterers. Neglected the affairs of state. And the biggest thing, he used to take the share in the bribe taken by the courtiers. So NCERT writes a line that Muhammad Shah, very important line, that Muhammad Shah was not the man of the moment. Ultimate line, ultimate. If you make this diagram on a single page, which I have drawn it here, this entire diagram on a single page, comparative study, if you make this diagram on a single page, he's weak-minded, he's frivolous, life of ease and luxury, he loves flatterers. Flatterer means destroyers. Be aware of flatterers. Luxury is good. You should have Mercedes. It's very good. Having Mercedes is very good. But if you can travel in metro also, great. You have the potential to wear a watch of 5 crores. You are wearing Titan. Great. Those who are beggars and speak against luxury, they are fraud. Your potential energy should always be high. At any time, if you will, you can wear a watch of 5 crores. But you're not wearing, that is greatness. Luxury is very good. But fond of luxury, then busy with useless things, dance, music, animal fight. See the background of the family, see the background of the state, and the behavior of this man. Intrigue, conspiracy, backbiting, not supporting the capable officers. Then busy in intrigues, conspiracies, not supporting the capable officers. Chalo, you are not able to do the things. But if you have a person who is doing something good for you, he had a very good man with him. Nizam al-Mulk. 1722, Nizam al-Mulk became the Wazir of Mughal Empire. Okay, fine, you are not capable. But then you have a capable man, allow him to work. Allow him to work. He's not allowing him also. And then 1724, big incident in Mughal history. Nizam al-Mulk leaves for Deccan to create a separate state for him. And then the NCERT writes that this was the beginning of the physical breakup of Mughal Empire. A very big development starts from here. He is not a man of the moment? Fine. He is not allowing the capable people to work. 2 years this man tried to bring the things in order, but he is not allowing. He is not helping. He is not supporting. He leaves everything. 1724, Nizam al-Mulk leaves for Deccan to establish a separate state for himself. Ki you go to hell. And here starts the physical breakup of empire. He becomes the example for Awadh. He becomes the example for Bengal. He becomes the example for the petty rebels. Physical breakup. So the rebellion which has started the time of Aurangzeb had started moving away. Breakup. The physical breakup, and then the biggest development of this period, foreign invasion. The two big events. First one, physical breakup, and second one, the foreign invasion. Nader Shah. Nader Shah, the Iranian ruler, 13th February 1739, Battle of Karnal. He was in desperate need of money. His treasury was empty. He was fighting in Central Asia. He was in desperate need of money. He starts moving towards India. No one cared for it. Until and unless he reached Lahore, no one cared. Lahore is the gate of India. No one cared. Now when people cared also, there was no unity. There was no trust. There was no leadership. See? First of all, no one cared. A person is starting from Iran. Just imagine today, a person is starting from Iran to move towards India. You should have been immediately attentive. He's not bothered. He reaches Lahore. Now the people are bothered. When they're bothered, there is no unity, there is no trust, there is no leadership. There is no plan. And then he crushes Muhammad Shah Rangila. He crushes Muhammad Shah Rangila. And his total plunder was 70 crore. Total plunder was 70 crore. He exempted his people from tax for 3 years. For 3 years he did not take any tax from his people. Total plunder 70 crores. Delhi massacre. Some people have invited Indians. You come to Delhi, we will give you more money. Delhi massacre. Kohinoor and Peacock Throne. He takes away Kohinoor and Peacock Throne. And he also takes away the territories west of River Indus. Territories west of River Indus. So two major developments of his period. Physical breakup, the internal masses to the zamindar, the chief, the rajas. Hey, chalo, we all are independent. And the exposure of Mughal Empire. The Mughal king is dead. And this exposure became a message to the Marathas and the European companies in India. See, things are not later Mughals. Things are not being handled properly. You should be far-sighted. Many of you must be at the age of 20. Struggling, confused, full of energy. You do two things. Just listen to me and do two things. One is Yog Nidra by Tim Rowe in English. It will strengthen your mind. Do it for 6 months. And Surya Namaskar. Do these two things for 6 months without break, and I guarantee you that at the age of 40, you will be the god of your field. Strengthen your mind and body. Life is a struggle, challenge, war, game, and you require strength. You want to be a Jahandar Shah? He was also from royal family. You want to be Farrukhsiyar? He is from royal family. You want to be Muhammad Shah Rangila? That is why people born in common families, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Narendra Modi, people born in common families, Mulayam Singh Yadav, Lalu Yadav, people, see, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, people born in common families, they become far-sighted. This is the blessing of Almighty. And then in spite of being from a common family, they create the place in this universe for them. So this is the right time for you to learn. I'm running one more program in the morning. That is for learning. This is a complete teaching program. There were many people who wanted to study. Sir, we want simply to study. I said, okay, fine. We'll have a separate program. So Muhammad Shah Rangila. See the condition. Aurangzeb, Bahadur Shah, Jahandar Shah, Farrukhsiyar, and Muhammad Shah. Muhammad Shah. Crisis starts from here. Which crisis? Financial crisis and unrest. Political unrest. Then this crisis turns into financial bankruptcy here. A new evil is born here, Ijara. Here, mutiny. Officers and soldiers are not getting the salary. Here, physical breakup. And foreign invasion. Exposing the Mughals. See the condition of India. See political condition of India. Aurangzeb, the crisis starts. Financial crisis, political unrest. Bahadur Shah, addition in the crisis, financial bankruptcy. Jahandar Shah, one more addition, Ijra. Farrukhsiyar, mutiny, officers and soldiers. Muhammad Shah, physical breakup and foreign invasion. Means Mughal Empire had a high ESR, then tuberculosis, then cancer, then AIDS, and then cardiac arrest. No, not cardiac arrest. Not cardiac arrest. Brain stroke. Brain stroke. What is the policy of, what is the, this is the summary. This is the summary. So this was the status of India. Later Mughals. Aurangzeb, the crisis starts. Bahadur Shah increases the crisis, financial bankruptcy. Jahandar Shah, Ijara. Farrukhsiyar, mutiny. Muhammad Shah Rangila, physical breakup and foreign invasion. So ESR increased in the blood. Tuberculosis, cancer, AIDS, brain stroke. Now there was no chance of redemption. If you see after 1740s, after 1740s, Mughal Empire, internally hollow, externally devastated. Internally hollow, externally devastated. Administration completely paralyzed. Administration completely paralyzed. Completely paralyzed. Finances in ruins. Nobles are busy in loot. Northwestern frontier lost. European predators alert. Marathas aggressive. See the condition of India after 1740s. Administration completely paralyzed. Finances ruins. Nobles are busy in loot. Northwestern frontier lost. European predators alert. Marathas aggressive. And in this scenario, in this background, 1759, a new man arrives on the throne. 1759, a new man arrives, Shah Alam. Capable man, talented and capable, but empire beyond redemption, beyond. Nothing to explain, you just see beyond redemption. Empire beyond redemption. See, what is left? Is there any chance? Just see these diagrams. See them. Empire beyond redemption. And then in 17, he was a wanderer. He was a wanderer. He was running away here and there. He was a wanderer. Wanderer. Because of the mortal fear of his wazir. Means emperor without empire. Emperor without empire. This was the situation of Shah Alam. Emperor without empire. Emperor without empire. But and 1761, Mughal Empire practically did not exist. Practically there was no Mughal Empire after 1761. See the condition, Shah Alam. Empire beyond redemption. Wanderer, mortal fear of wazir, is running away because of empire, emperor without empire. And after 1761, there was no Mughal Empire. But the question arises that after 1761, when there was no Mughal Empire, how this dynasty survived till 1857? This is a big question. how this dynasty survived till 1857. Now this is the point to be noticed. So 1764, Battle of Buxar. Battle of Buxar. Shah Alam, Shujaud-Dawla, Mir Qasim on one side, East India Company on the other side. And from here, Shah Alam became pensioner of East India Company. They used him as a rubber stamp. Now Mughal emperor became rubber stamp. Why rubber stamp? Why rubber stamp? Because this dynasty was still present in the minds of the people. Whatever company gained in India, they took it on the name of emperor so that no one can counterclaim it. 1762, 1772, Marathas took away Shah Alam. He became a shuttlecock. This is the thing you have to remember. Mughal emperor became rubber stamp for all the fighting parties in India, especially Europeans. Whatever they gained, they took it on the name of Mughal emperor, because Mughal emperor still had the respect in the eyes of the people of India. So they took Diwani of Bengal, Bihar and Orissa with Shah Alam, so that they can show it to the people. See, it is given by your ruler. So 1764, Mughal emperor becomes the pensioner of East India Company. 1772, he becomes the pensioner of Marathas. 1803, English occupied Delhi. And Mughal empire was eclipsed. And the Indian states which succeeded Mughal empire, they suffered from the same moribund social system. Moribund social system. This is the term used by NCERT, moribund. All the states which succeeded Mughal empire suffered from the same moribund social system. So they were unable to replace Mughal empire. Mughal empire, the decline of Mughal empire, empires have declined, but the specific feature of the empire was that it was replaced by a colonial power. This is the irony of the decline of Mughal empire. Mauryans have declined, Guptas have declined, Khiljis have declined. Empire will decline. But then such a dangerous outcome. Decline of Mughal is not an issue. The Mughal decline was replaced by a colonial power. So this was the end of the first heading of the first chapter. First heading of the first chapter. Now the question comes, question of mains from this heading. Elaborate. The end of Mughal empire celebrate the story of the end of Mughal Empire in the beginning of 18th century. This will be the main question from this heading, and you should be able to write it. You should be able to write it. So write the answer in specific words. With the death of Aurangzeb in 1707, Mughal Empire was already facing the two challenges: financial crisis and political unrest in different parts of the country. In this scenario, Bahadur Shah I came into power after winning the civil war. He was learned, dignified, and decent. On political front, he followed the policy of tolerance towards Hindu chiefs and rajas, but the rulers of Amer and Marwar were unhappy. Marathas saw the policy of half-hearted conciliation, and they failed to get Swaraj and Chauth. Sikh trouble continued with Banda Bahadur, and Churaman and Chhatrasal became peaceful with the new king. On financial grounds, the reckless grants of Jagirs and promotions created financial bankruptcy. Change the paragraph. This prepared the entry of a new element in Mughal Empire, the kingmaker. And Zulfikar, the first kingmaker, with Jahandar Shah as the ruler, tried to control the situation with making Rajputs and Marathas happy by giving them the titles like Mirza Raja Savai, Maharaja, and the Subedari of Malwa and Gujarat, Chauth and Sardesh Mukhi to Marathas, alliance with Churaman and Chhatrasal. On financial ground, although he was able to gather the finance, but he started the evil practice of ijara. Lacking the support of the emperor, 1713, Jahandar Shah was removed from power near Agra, and Farrukh Siyar becomes the new emperor. The fight for real authority led to the killing of Farrukh Siyar in 1719. And the emergence of Sayyid brothers. They followed the religious policy of religious tolerance and grand relations with Hindu chiefs and rajas. Maratha dream of Swaraj was fulfilled. But then on financial ground, the empire was in big trouble. The incompetence to collect money due to corruption, revenue farming, started mutiny among officers and sepoys. Finally, during Muhammad Shah Rangila. The physical breakup of the empire started with the moving away of Nizam in Deccan in 1724. The Nadir Shah's invasion in 1739 gave external blow to Mughal Empire. Administration was paralyzed. Finances were ruined. And there was complete darkness in Mughal Empire. Therefore, the crisis created by Aurangzeb increased with financial bankruptcy, deteriorated with Ijara, went out of control with Sepoy mutiny, and got devastated with physical breakup and foreign invasion. So now you see, picture is clear. Mains writing, see, just see, the entire paragraph will be summarized. How you will summarize the entire paragraph? Aurangzeb. This will be your notes. Aurangzeb, Bahadur Shah 1, Bahadur Shah, Jahandar Shah, Farrukhsiyar, and Muhammad Shah. Shah Alam II. Crisis. The man who creates the crisis. Financial bankruptcy. Ijara. Mutiny. Physical breakup. And foreign invasion. Empire ceases to exist, but he becomes the rubber stamp for the powers. And this is the summary of the first heading. In every chapter, I will give you at least 4 to 5 question of mains and minimum 10 to 20 question of prelims. So while going through the NCERT as a beginner, you will be able to understand 3 things. First thing, how to prepare, how to study, what is called as notes, what is called as mains, what is called as prelims. This program will work as a wonder for you. Best of luck.